Alright, it is first thing in the morning on January 1st. I've just gone out of bed. I'm still in my pajamas. I'm sick with a sinus cold, but the first day of the new year is the first day to get brand new birds for your year list. On eBird, your total for the year resets, and we are going to head to the window right now and see what we can find. So I have a feeder station set up here. You guys will have seen it in other videos. And right now, a black-capped chickadee. Right there. So I'm going to start recording on eBird. And because I am ill and behind on work because of being ill, I'm probably not going to be going out and doing a typical first of the year big day where you drive around and try to see as many birds as possible. It's also because most of the birds that are up here for the winter right now are just in my yard. There's a redpoll on the feeder too, so 2 species already. It's been like a minute since I started recording. Yeah, so I should be able to get almost all of the town birds just from inside where I can hopefully stay better. We should be able to see, so we've got black-capped chickadees and redpolls already. We should be able to see common ravens, black-billed magpies, hairy woodpeckers. That's probably it for the start. We will be able to find some willow ptarmigan if we go driving around, which we'll have to see how much work I get done and also how I'm feeling. As you can probably hear in my voice, I have been extremely congested in the sinuses. But before I get too far into this year, I also want to recap last year for you guys. So last year was my first like super intense bird as much of the year as possible year. I did still skip a couple months in the summer just because we had a lot of family up and visiting, so I didn't get in a full year. But this is now 2024 was my third year birding. And so it's also my most successful year. We took one trip to the Alberta Calgary area, which I did get some new birds in as well. So I ended out the year with 133 species of birds in the world. That was mostly just Alberta and Saskatchewan, so very concentrated in Canada. And out of those 133 birds, I did get 38 new lifers on eBird. And I'm specifying on eBird because some of the birds, like ruby-throated hummingbird, was the first time I've logged it on eBird, so eBird is counting that as my lifer, but I have seen ruby-throated hummingbirds before. And then, of course, I had a really fantastic year of seeing a bunch of rare birds as well. So in my Calgary trip from back in March, I was very, very lucky to be able to see some... I'm gonna have to double check because I can't remember right now. I'm pretty sure they were western bluebirds because they were on the wrong side of the mountains. If it's wrong, I'll put a little thing here saying it's differently, but I saw a rare, I got to be part of a bird chase in Calgary for western bluebird, and then I also was able to have my crazy fall up here in Stony Rapids where I saw the provincial second tropical kingbird, the provincial first vermilion flycatcher, and then later in the year the provincial first short-tailed shearwater. So with that, I'm going to keep birding. We have more birds coming into the feeder. My puppy has also just woke up. Hello, Tyga. And yeah, we're going to see what birds we can see from the house today. So I hope you guys all had a great, happy new year. And I'm wishing you guys all the birding luck for 2025. All right, bird number 3 is a raven flying by right there. So that's species number 3. And then I also forgot to say on my other list, I do have one single dark-eyed junco that likes to come to my feeder. So there is a potential for a 6th species today as well, which would be more than last year, because I can see on my last year on eBird that I got 5 species on the first. So to get 6 would be super cool. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys about is that I got 95 species in my county last year. So your county is your area in eBird that you live in, and I mean, there's other counties too, but this is sick brain talking. But for my county, I got 95 species, which is so close to 100. And over previous years, I've gotten more than 100 species combined. So in the last 3 years combined, I've gotten 108 species. So I know it is possible to get 100 species in my county. I also believe there has been 126-ish species recorded in my county over all the years by all the birders. So one of my 2025 birding goals is to hopefully try to get 100 birds in my county. I'm not really planning on doing like a countdown video series about it. It's just something I'm going to be continually working towards and updating you guys in my birding videos as I'm birding throughout the year. So keep in... Oh, I thought that was the Junco. It's just a chickadee. So keep watching the channel to figure out if I hit 100 birds in my county for this year. Alright, you guys, we are at species number 4, and that is a hairy woodpecker. But right now, it's hanging out on the power pole. So I do have both a male and a female who comes in, and it just flew by the feeder pole. So I do have both a male and a female who hang out, so that is super awesome. So we are at species number 4 for the year. Alright guys, that is species number 5. We saw some black-billed magpies. They're at the neighbor's feeder, so we had to use our binoculars to see them. Oh, and there's one flying now. Right. There it is. Oh, it went behind the pool. Okay, well, I didn't get it on phone camera, but we'll see if maybe later today I can get some. So that is 5 species for the new year so far since we've been sitting on the couch, and there are at least 2 more left because I forgot one. There is our dark-eyed junco that hangs out single by himself, and then there's also Canada jays. Duh. Potentially, if we get adventurous and go for a walk, boreal chickadees, but we usually only hear them, and I don't know if they've been hanging around, so. Oh cool, both the hairy woodpeckers are at the feeder right now. So the one is up top, and the other one is sitting on the fence. So there's our little woodpecker pair. And species number 6, the Canada jay, showed up. Checking out the feeder. It's one of the species I think will actually use that peanut ring. But that is awesome. That's species number 6 for today. And it's only like 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but on the red tray, there is a dark-eyed junco. That is species number 7 for today. We got all the species we were expecting to see. I will see if I can get a better view in the binoculars. Well, I don't think I was able to get that on camera, but that would be our 8th species today, which means that we have now surpassed last year's total of January Big Day by 3 species, which is totally awesome. So we now have the dark-eyed junco and the boreal chickadee. And then last year we also did not get the red pulse today. So I don't think we're going to see any other species. Obviously, the ptarmigan are still around, spruce grouse are still around. Last year in January, we did see an American three-toed woodpecker, but I don't think it's very likely we'll see any of those in town today. So that is where I'm going to end today's video. We only have about 45 minutes of light, but if I do see something else, I will let you guys know. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm wishing you all happy birding in the year of 2025, and put in the comments below, what was your first bird for this year? We'll see you guys in the next one.